Hey guys, if you're a kid, don't listen to this podcast. It's not for you. It's too adult themed. I kind of the mic's kind of stuck. I can't really reach it, so I'm just recording it from here. Start the episode. Hey Derek, do you prefer professional Doug or do you prefer casual Doug?
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
Which one do you prefer?
Casual.
Casual Doug?
I don't like big business.
Big business Doug?
No.
He has his hands on his hips. He's looking at look at those eyes.
The worst part is
lip.
no one gets whatever you're talking about.
So, if you guys didn't know, the King of Queens has a Twitter account. The King of Queens ended before Twitter was a thing.
Before it became big.
Yeah.
Here, give me this.
So they have...
Give me this. No, give me control of this thing. You're gonna follow.
Yeah, I'll gladly follow.
Follow
I'll
that
click
King
it.
of Queens.
So we're going... So the King of Queens Twitter still tweets to this day. That was a tweet from 2 days ago?
3 days ago. I believe it's the 9th.
About a week ago, they put out a video, and then there's one that just there's a picture of just Kevin James in the show, just to caption this. And it's just pictures of Kevin James' face.
I hate this opening, and I hate you. And I hate being in this room. We should have did something scarier than this. It's the 31st episode. It's Halloween.
I don't know.
Bryce.
Kevin James is... Here's a quote from...
Oh, God, that's pretty
show.
fucking scary. Look at that face.
There's no better feeling in the world than a warm pizza box in your lap.
I got pizza yesterday. I always go and pick up my own food.
Yeah.
So when they pulled it out, I paid for it, and they were like, "Okay, you gotta wait a few minutes. We're not done cooking." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
The lady came out with it, and steam. You know how sometimes steam comes out of the box a little bit?
Yeah.
It was burrowing out like a fog machine.
Jeez.
I went, how hot is this pizza? And it was hot. I picked it up. I was like, "Fuck, my fingers hurt."
Can you give me one of those pizza holder things that you use to carry the beach drivers have? Can I just have one of those?
Bryce, if I was ever rich enough to buy stupid shit, I'd be one of those guys who owns one of those.
Yeah.
Just I want to keep my pizzas warm as I
Honestly,
drive home.
that's not a rich people thing. You can find that online for $10 probably.
Only $10?
My guess.
I want a good one though. One of those big leathery ones like they have.
I have a product idea. All right. It's so they have hot pizzas. And sometimes it's too hot to carry.
Yeah.
You know what also is too hot to carry?
What?
Coffee.
Yes.
But they have a little sleeve.
Okay.
Introducing the pizza sleeve.
Like a cozy?
Yeah, it's a cozy you put on your pizza so you can carry it. Don't look over there.
That's not a good idea. That's not. No, I'm breaking the immersion. Was that supposed to be ironic, or were you seriously excited by that idea? You're fucking stupid. No wonder you go out together. I hate this room. Everybody that's in it, including me.
Alright.
That fucking eagle. I hate that fucking eagle.
Hey, Derek.
No.
Oh, hey guys, we didn't start the...
You didn't start. You didn't open.
Hey,
you want to go with this stupid bit about Kevin Hart, or whatever the fuck his
Kevin
name
James.
is. Kevin James. There's too many Kevins in the world. We need to start killing some of them off.
Too many Kevins. Starting the one from Home Alone. Don't ignore her.
Fuck, this is like filming a show in front of a live studio ostrich.
Don't
just noises.
Don't make a reference to Family Guy.
Ha
All right.
We're falling apart.
Hey guys, welcome to Did You Hear About This? It's a podcast about stories. I'm Bryce.
I'm a fucking ostrich.
And this is a podcast about stories. Just a reminder, we're not reporters, we're not historians, we're two guys who like stories. Sometimes we get things wrong, and that's okay. We just jump right into the first one so you can just move on from this?
Sure.
Alright. Hey there. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about the cadaver sonade?
Bryce, you look like a skinny Kevin James.
Oh, thanks, man.
It grows out like a beard.
Like the Kevin James from that boxing movie he was in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you hear about the cadaver sonade?
Cadaverous knot.
Sonade.
Sonade.
Yeah.
So it's a song?
No.
That's a sonade, right? Sonades are songs.
No, a sonade is a trial from the Catholic Church.
Oh, okay.
So
is it creepy?
let's talk about the story.
Okay.
So the political papal climate in the mid 800s was crazy. Like, you think, an example of how crazy it is, let's talk about the story of Pope, it's Formosus. Formosus. Formosus.
Just go Formosus.
He became a bishop of Pope Nicholas I in 864.
How many popes have there been?
A lot.
Like hundreds or thousands?
Probably close to, honestly, probably close to thousands.
Really?
Because in just a couple of years, I want to talk about like how many popes there were in just like a small time frame.
Okay, let's continue then.
Formosus did such great work as a bishop in different areas that those places requested that he became their bishop. The Pope. So Pope Nicholas I was a big fan. They were like friends. That was in 864.
There's pictures of him and they're doing duck faces in the church.
Yeah, it's in front of like with the big like fish they caught together. In 875,
it's got the cool Jesus behind him. Fingers.
So that was in 864 he became bishop. In 875, it's been 11 years, under Pope John VIII, Formosus fled Rome in fear of him. A few months later, Pope John VIII issued accusations against him and his associates, claiming that the Bulgarians would not accept anyone else as bishop as long as he was alive.
Okay.
And he was excommunicated. After his death in 882, Formosus returned to Rome and returned as a bishop until 891 when he was elected as pope. He died in 896.
So he's only a pope for
5 years.
Okay.
And his
Roughly.
body wasn't touched or anything.
Like, he just left it there?
Totally. Sure. Are you believing this lie? Are you believing this lie that they haven't touched his body afterwards?
I'm confused on what... Are you trying to fuck with me, or are you...
Yeah, sure. They didn't touch his body, I promise.
They didn't touch his body?
Yep. Sure.
So it just stayed there?
Yep, untouched in the tomb.
How'd he get to the tomb?
They put him in the tomb.
So then they touched him then?
But then they didn't touch him afterwards.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Do you believe me?
No, not really. Seems like there's a setup to here that I'm not getting.
Yeah, about 7 months later, Pope Stephen VIII, VI is 6, right? Stephen the Sixth ordered...
IX.
It's
XI.
Is Stephen VI, so it'd be 6?
Sorry, yes, VI. Yes, that's 6.
Yeah, he ordered the corpse of Formosus to be brought to court for judgment. He was accused of... I'm just going to read through this. I don't know what half these ones mean, so I'm just going to say what he was accused of. Transmigrating seas in violation of canon law, so it was against the canon of the Papal Universe. A perjury, and serving as a bishop while actually a layman. He was super lame, apparently. I don't know anything about Catholic like laws and stuff.
Bryce, your jokes are failing.
I know. I don't know what this stuff means. So I'm just
laming.
Yeah.
How easy could that be?
Because
there's not a single smile in this room.
No, we're all really sad now after
you did that horrible joke.
Yeah, it's totally because of that joke.
All your jokes have been horrible.
Not because you didn't enjoy the joke. I said the joke, and the other person in this room's on the phone.
Doesn't matter. I can make anyone laugh, even people on the phone.
So his corpse was accused of all this stuff, and because his corpse could not defend itself, Formosus was found guilty on all charges.
They're gonna fucking charge the body?
Yes.
They make it do what? It's a body.
So
it's not even a human anymore at this point. It's food. It's more, at best.
It's more like with the things he did. So with the corpse, they stripped all of the papal vestments. So he put him back like nude, almost. He had 3 fingers on his right hand cut off, which he used for blessing.
Okay.
And he was formally invalidated all Formosus' acts and ordinance, which is kind of weird. Because one of his ordinance was making Stephen VI a bishop, so technically he couldn't be pope because he was never a bishop.
Okay.
So he just kind of went. It didn't really make sense. He's like, no, everything he did doesn't matter anymore. But he's like, but he made you a bishop. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't count.
This is a weird story.
Yeah.
All about how my life got turned upside down. It's just a dead pope body missing his fingers.
His arms and legs just flailing a little bit as it turns.
He's in the big pope chair. He got the hat on.
So they then entered his body into a graveyard for foreigners where it rested untouched forever. I promise. Totally didn't do anything afterwards. Just put
Did
him
they
in.
at least put it in the ground?
Yeah, they put him in the ground. They didn't touch him at all. Yeah, they later dug up his corpse, tied weights to it, and chucked it into the river.
For what? On that point?
Because it was just how political it was there. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just crazy. And so, I bet you're wondering what the public thought about them doing this to a pope they loved. You're like losing it. Why are you losing it?
Because you're like, she's on the phone. I'm trying to think of something to say that will make her laugh. And the best thing I could think of was to do this. A. That was an invisible dick.
Okay, so back to the Catholic Church.
They like dicks. They put them in kids.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You can't say that.
Who the fuck? Who's gonna stop me? The church? I'm too old for them. They can't catch me.
After your death, they're gonna put you on trial now, aren't they?
Not Catholic. There's nothing they can do to hurt me.
So
hit me with the hat.
So back to the story for a bit. So the public,
continue, please.
Who unsurprisingly did not like their favorite pope's body to be put on trial and then chucked into a river. They had an uprising that led to Stephen being deposed and imprisoned. Mm-hmm. And by August, he been strangled to death in his prison.
Stephen was the guy who did all this shit.
Yes.
And he was the pope.
Yeah, he was also pope.
So was he a pope while he was arrested?
Yes.
Did they get a new pope, or was he just the pope in prison?
There was a new pope. I don't know if during the time. I don't think he spent a lot of time in prison before he died.
When you said the pope was in prison, I imagined the Monopoly guy.
Yeah.
And he goes to jail, but he has a little pope hat on. Stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think they let him keep the hat in prison? It's not a weapon.
I think I don't know.
How heavy is that hat?
It's probably very heavy. Well, it could be that heavy. They're all very old.
It's a hat. Yeah, exactly. They put it on their heads. Their old necks snap.
That's why. That's why they look. They look so tired. They carry around that hat all the time.
It's like it's a 30-pound hat. It's like,
man,
it's got
their morals are bad, but their necks are strong.
They got because it has like gems and crests on it, doesn't it? So it's got to have some weight
heft to it. Yeah, it's probably not 30 pounds, but it's probably like a couple pounds.
Like 5.
Yeah,
12.
So that was
it's a dumbbell. But
in August of 890, he was strangled in prison. By December, Pope Theodore II annulled the cadaver synod and had Formosus reburied in his papal garb.
Wait, how long was he in the water?
He was pulled out shortly afterwards by people who liked him.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't. So I'd say because you don't want to get a body that's been in the water for a while.
Yeah.
Fish are probably eating it.
Pope Theodore II wasn't pope for like 30 days, not a lie. Mm-hmm. And then in 898, John the IX is 9. John the 9th completely nullified the cadaver synod and prohibited any future trials against corpses. And that's just how crazy, and just to show how crazy the politics were, the Pope, 2 popes later, it was only about 8 years. Mm-hmm. They had 2 more popes. Pope Sergius III, who was pope from 1904 to 1911, reaffirmed the conviction and reordinated the bishops that Formosus had excommunicated.
They cut even more fingers off of him.
One historian claimed that Sergius actually had Formosus' body exhumed again, tried, and found guilty again, and then beheaded.
So the corpse was beheaded?
According to one historian, that's what another happened. They had a second cadaver synod where the same body got tried again.
And they cut the head off of it.
And they cut his head off.
Is this, okay, are we getting close to the end of the story? Because
yes.
I have a question for you
sure.
after you get done. Did they pick his head back up?
So that was only one historian, so it's not 100. Nobody knows if that's what happened.
They probably cut some shit off of him. I would.
If they had another trial, but some people said they didn't have another trial. They just did the axe.
So they just cut his head off for no reason?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
They said they didn't pull the body
out.
out.
They didn't do anything to it.
They just said the things he put in place were reversed.
Oh, okay.
Like the laws and stuff.
Was it reversed?
Yeah, so the decisions of Sergius has been universally disregarded by the church and said that his decisions had little to do with piety and all to do with politics.
Okay.
So it's just...
How can there be so much politics in the popehood?
There was.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'll tell you another story later where it got even crazier.
Oh, God. We have more pope stories?
Yeah, there's one more pope story I have. Not prepared now, but I'll do it later.
It's a great... Never mind. I don't want to
Pope
do that.
off.
That's not the joke I was going to go with, but I've already probably crossed the line on my pope joke so far.
Yeah. To make you feel better, I'm going to go back to the King of Queens Twitter.
No, you're not. I got a question for you.
Sure.
How would you feel? This is our second episode about death? No.
It's like a 14th episode about death.
Well, I mean like in a row.
Yeah.
But how would you feel about, let's say you die.
Okay.
And somehow you can still see your body. Like, I guess there's like a little thing of water or like a crystal ball or whatever. You can check in on your body.
Yeah.
And you notice that someone digs it up and they're like, we're going to start chopping shit off of it and throw it in we do the whole 9 yards. Something happened.
Yeah.
Do you care what happens to, in long sense, do you care what happens to your body after you're dead?
I feel like I would care if people that cared about me were around. Because like they probably don't want that for me. Because I don't give a shit what they do to me. But if people who like cared about me cared about what's happening to my body, then I would care. Other than that, not really.
Bryce, when I die, I want to be cremated.
Okay. And
I want to have a whole group of my friends and family take a little bit of me and snort me.
Oh, God, I knew that was coming. A little bit of Derek in me.
I'm with everyone. Either that or put me in like people spread their ashes.
Yeah.
On like a boat. I want to get like a way that put in like smoke bombs, but it's my ashes instead. And do that.
I want to be put inside of a paintball. I want to just shoot at a random stranger.
They have a thing where fucking but it's not paint, it'll just be like a dust ball.
Yeah.
It'll hurt. It won't pop. It'll just be a giant it'll be like a bean bag.
Shoot somebody with me.
It's literally a non-lethal round of you.
Make me a weapon. Shoot the Bryce shot.
It won't kill him, it'll just piss him off a lot.
Yeah, it depends if you hit him at the right spot.
That's true. I guess if it hits you like in your temple, you'll probably die still.
Hit their eye.
But when have you ever hit the right spot?
Never. Hey, Derek.
No, that was funny. You're gonna go back to the King of Queens now? They can't save you.
Caption this.
That's you not hitting the right spot.
So it has a picture from the King of Queens when the wife was, I forget, I think the word Deborah. That's from Everybody Loves Ray. But you don't hit my mic. That's when Kevin James's wife, I forget her name, is spraying him in the face with looks like hairspray.
It's hairspray.
Yeah.
Good talking about religion. I like her. She talks out a lot about Scientology. She hates those guys.
Oh.
That's why she doesn't do any acting anymore. Because they blackmailed her pretty much. Well, blackballed her.
Hey, let's have another quote before we go on to the next thing.
Is the next thing more religion? Please tell me this is our religion episode. Because it's coming around Easter.
Let's talk about the religion from King of Queens.
Every
pile of nachos has one main chip that holds the whole thing together. The nucleus. You don't take the nucleus when you work around it. You honor it. That's from Doug from King of Queens.
Doug was played by Patton Oswalt, correct?
No, Doug was Kevin James.
Is that Kevin James? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know my King of Queens lore.
Speaking of Catholic Church, the Kevin James Bible.
Is that a real thing? You just
no,
pull that up?
I'm gonna search that.
The Kevin James. I bet you won't. Kevin James probably did not have anything to do with it.
100%.
There's probably a Kevin James Bible.
I don't see it.
We can make one.
There needs to be a Bible of just
Kevin James quotes.
Yeah.
Every time he says something, it's in red text.
From King of Queens, Paul Blart, all that.
Here Comes the Boom.
Here Comes the Boom.
Zookeeper.
Yeah.
Grown Ups.
Can we name other Kevin James movies?
I'm trying to think of all the Kevin James movies I know. Those are like the only ones that I know.
Does Kevin James follow this?
Oh, fuck no, he doesn't. You know he doesn't follow that. You're going to be there forever.
Hold on. Kevin James.
There's no fucking way he follows King. He probably doesn't even remember that TV show.
Okay, now I'm following Kevin James. I'm going to go back over here and refresh this. Not followed by anyone you're following.
Ah! Kevin James got way more important shit than that. You should write him. Write them right now. Like, why aren't you following King of Queens?
He was in a show called Kevin Can Wait. It's pretty much King of Queens, but later.
No, you know what I hate about that show, Kevin Can Wait?
What?
It's like a Mandela effect. You know what the Mandela effect is, where something happens. I swore when that show first came on, it was Kevin Can't Wait, and now it's Kevin Can Wait, and that always fucked with me.
2 more movies with Kevin James' Hitch, and now I pronounce it Chuck and Larry.
Oh yeah, Hitch. Okay, you want to hear some shit?
What?
You know, what's it called? Afterburn or Backburn? Or the one about the firefighters when they go into I
think so, yeah.
Or Backdraft. Backdraft. It's called Backdraft.
Yeah.
That was the #1 highest grossing firefighter movie for years. For years it was Backdraft. They made a ride for it at the Universal Parks. I believe it's still in Universal Japan. You can still go to Backdraft the experience.
Yeah.
It got outbeat by that piece of shit. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. From a fucking comedy movie about 2 guys who pretend to be gay dudes.
Yeah.
Because that's comedy back in the day.
Yeah, that was from...
2011? 2012?
7.
2007.
Yeah.
A serious drama movie about people fighting fires and dying got beat out by dick and fart jokes.
Yeah, he also was in...
I think there's a few Catholic pedophile jokes in there too, since we can tie it back together.
He was in all 3 Hotel Transylvanias.
Oh yeah, he plays Frankenstein.
He plays Frankenstein?
He's Frankenstein.
Oh,
and Elvira plays the Bride of Frankenstein. Fun fact.
He was also in Pixels.
I never got to watch Pixels, but I remember when, like, before it came out, people were like, "Oh, this is the movie we've been waiting for." And then when it came out, people were like, "Oh,
it's not the movie I was waiting for."
This is a movie, I guess.
Wow, this is definitely a moving picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The graphics and stuff look good. I think it was just the blend of, like, the nerdy humor mixed with Adam Sandler and his crew's form of humor. It didn't really mix very well. And it's one of those movies, it's like, it's surprising that it got made. Because it uses licensed characters. Yeah. So it's like, oh, they got Pac-Man, that's easy, Namco was Pac-Man. But then it got Donkey Kong. It's like, Nintendo usually doesn't give out their shit very easily.
I think, I don't even think, what was the animated movie that had to do with arcade games?
Oh, WreckIt Ralph?
Yeah.
It had a few. It did not have Mario though. They didn't have Mario in there. Apparently he was supposed to be in the second one, but I don't remember seeing him in that one either.
I don't remember that either.
I want to say the only Nintendo thing they had there was, I think Peach and Daisy are like in the background of a background, and they're just like walking or something like that.
Yeah, something very minor.
Yeah, it's nothing big. They got Sonic though.
That's an important one.
That's Sonic.
This is gonna come out way after the movie comes out.
Yep, it's gonna be coming out. Yeah, way after.
So, we're recording this before the movie comes out.
It comes out next week.
Okay, now the movie's been out for a bit. Hey, Derek, what's your review of the movie?
I like chili dogs. Okay, everybody, this is either going to happen or it's not going to happen.
Well, don't say anything on here that we don't know if it's going to happen or not.
No, because if I say it, I know I can make you do it.
I can also edit it out.
Says you. I'll bring it up multiple times.
God, don't.
I want to record our review after we get out of the theater.
Yeah.
And just upload it. Not like make like a whole episode. Just put it on like Twitter as like a quick little video.
Yeah.
Like 5-minute video of us talking about this stupid movie. We don't need to record video, just audio.
I'm fine with that. Whatever.
I want to do that.
So.
I got really scared. I didn't know what you were doing over there.
Okay, so, hey Derek, do you want to get into our other segment?
The great segment that gave me a vacation.
Yes.
Sure.
You're off for another week. As we do, today I fucked up, or time I fucked up. I like time I fucked up.
Wait,
when you whenever it bleeds up.
When you want me to do Florida Man again, whenever his ass gets back from whatever vacation he's on?
Yeah, he's taking his Christmas right now.
Please tell me, because I have not looked at that Reddit forever.
Okay. He's Florida Man's currently taking his Christmas vacation. So he
goes to New York where it's even crazier.
Yeah, so he's staying up in New York with that rat that was taking that pizza slice.
No, not even the pizza slice. That's an old one. Have you seen the one where the rat was taking another dead rat into like a thing to go eat it? It was pulling another dead rat's body.
Oof.
And people were like, where's that going? It's going to go fucking eat that other rat. That's what it's doing. It's called survival.
Welcome to New York.
Bryce, before you start, would you eat another person if you had to?
For like survival?
I didn't need that answer from you.
For survival or just for funsies?
We'll go. Okay, first half.
Yes, but survival, I don't know.
First half is survival. You're on a desert island. There's no food anywhere. They drop dead. You don't kill them. They drop dead first.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, we got the fire started. That's food.
I would try. I would probably vomit.
Okay, now for funsies. Let's say you're in like a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah.
They don't tell you what's on the menu. It's one of those places where it's like, we're just going to serve you food.
Yeah.
And you're going to fucking eat it.
Yeah.
And they bring out this meat. Doesn't look like human meat. It's just like a display of meat.
Like, pork.
You eat it, you go, this is very delicious. And then they show you what it is.
His name was Steve. And I would vomit immediately. I can't hold it back, Derek.
I think survival, I wouldn't be able to do it. Not because I would throw up. But because I don't know how to cut like pieces off of people, and I'd be like, I guess I could just throw the whole thing on there.
You turn them over. It's like, I don't know which one's fat and which one's meat.
Yeah. Where do I start here? And then like all the blood would come out of it, like when you like debone a fish. It's like, I don't know.
I don't have gloves.
Now, if it was for fun and like I didn't have to do it, like I had like a chef who carved them up, but like, I'll try it. Why not?
I mean, you only live once.
I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Bryce learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up doing this fucking show.
I can't go back to that. I can't go back to the state of Kentucky ever again.
I want to see if you have a story to back that joke up with.
I went to the backwoods of Kentucky. Things happened. No longer back allowed in Kentucky.
And that's why Bryce's ass hurts when he sits.
Sure. Hey, Derek. You want to hear about this time I fucked up?
Sure, why not? We've been going on such a good roll now.
If you haven't seen this segment before, I go to the TIFU subreddit and I pull some stories from there. And I tell these stories to Derek of these people who they fucked up once. And
the first time we did it, I got to pick them.
Yeah.
Bryce realized that wasn't as fun because I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. So I'm cutting it. I'm not cutting things out, like major things. I'm cutting things out so it sounds better when I'm talking. This one I have. What are you looking at my phone for?
I'm bored.
Cool.
All right,
thanks,
continue.
man. Thanks. Podcast is very interesting. The person who's doing it gets bored halfway through. It's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
So, my family loves to overshare. This lack of filter sometimes has a tendency to get people in trouble, because not all the information is provided, even when it's meant harmlessly. My parents are a bit older. Prime okay boomer age. Mm-hmm. I was talking to my dad the other day on the phone because his birthday's dinner was a few days later. I asked how my mom was doing, and he goes on to tell me a story how my mom and Aunt Karen were at the store, and the cashier made a mistake. My aunt went off on the cashier and asked to see the manager. My mom was mortified and tried to calm her down, but she wasn't having it. Then I mentioned to my dad that's such a Karen thing. He goes to say, yeah, Karen does that a lot. I tell him that's the funny part. When the Karen meme is a real thing. Mm-hmm. It's when an entitled, typically white woman gets angry at the smallest mistake and asks for the manager. My dad found this hilarious, and I explained in more detail. I sent him a few links to sites explaining it online. He finds all this hilarious and she even has the Karen hairstyle. This sends him down the Google Images rabbit hole, and the next few days he sends me more random memes with Karens doing the Karen stuff, adding, your aunt did this last week. Or, I think this is one about your aunt. This leads up to his birthday dinner with extended family. My dad's birthday dinner is going well. Everyone is having a good time, good food and drinks. Suddenly my aunt, sitting a few seats down from me, leans forward and loudly shouts at the table. I'm going to use your name for this.
Oh.
Hey, Derek. What's this whole thing about making meme about me? I respond, huh? She then tells me my dad sent her all these memes about the things she's done. He didn't give her any context that it's a generic meme from the internet and what it's about. Now my aunt thinks I made all these memes about her real life events. At this point, the entire family thinks I created this meme on the internet about my aunt's antics in public. There's a back and forth discussion about it being really rude of me. She's pulling at Karen and starts chewing me out. Meanwhile, I'm looking back at my dad like, what the fuck? Back me up here.
I wouldn't be able to hold myself back.
Yeah?
I would have leaned into that so fucking... Like, yeah, that was me. Yeah. You're doing it right now, Karen.
My dad finally steps up to say that it's just a random viral internet thing and that it didn't make up these behind my aunt's back. Even after explaining, she's a bit irritated. As a parent, she's embarrassed that she's so much like a Karen and couldn't tell the difference between the stories online and her own encounters. Oh, God.
I love this.
Have you ever seen a Karen thing happen in real life?
Where they make a scene out of something that's not important.
Yes, they do that. Can I see your manager situation?
Yep, it happened yesterday. Everybody.
I'm excited.
We live in Florida.
Yeah.
So I go to the theme parks a lot.
Yes.
I went to Universal.
Mm-hmm.
One of the oldest things in Universal that they still have is either E.T. or the horror makeup show.
Yeah.
Technically, that's like the second oldest thing there. Even though they switch it out, it's one of the older shows. I sat in the back because I got there late.
Mm-hmm.
There was a row in front of me, two people to my right.
Yeah.
There's a lady who sat in front of me. I went, okay, we'll just sit here and watch the show. The show starts. The lady in front of us turns all the way around 180 and yells at the people to my right, like, "Can you please be quiet?" And I'm looking like they weren't talking. They didn't say anything, or if they did, it was like a very quick whisper of like, "What are we gonna do after this? I don't know. Maybe we'll go on whatever the new Harry Potter shit is or something like that." And so she's yelling at them. They're like, "Oh, okay, well, why don't we just all turn around and watch the show?" They're just trying to like defuse.
Yeah. And
she's just yelling at them like, "No, I want you to whisper or be quiet." And we're like, okay, sure. And then they don't say anything. Yeah. She turns back around. They don't say anything for a while. And I think, if I'm correct, the wife goes, "What was that?" And the lady just goes off. She puts her hand up like a real like this is a real theater. You're at a theme park. No one's coming to help you. She's like trying to get people's attention. She's causing the scene shit. She eventually storms off. She has to walk past everyone else because where she's sitting is on the far right.
Yeah.
She has to walk through the audience to get to the person she wants to yell at who works there. This poor little lady who's working the door.
Yeah.
And I imagine the conversation went with, "Well, no one's talking right now. I don't know what you're talking about." And you see her over in the corner freaking out. And then she just fucking leaves.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, okay. That was fucking weird. It's so weird. Why are you here by yourself? I know why I'm here. I'm a fucking loser. I know I'm here by myself. Why are you here by yourself?
God.
And the people to my right were the nicest fucking people in the world. I looked at them like, do y'all know that lady or something? They didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I feel like I have the situation. It's more, I'm on the side with the people like with you. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm closer to them, and I've not heard them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I haven't heard shit.
Also, it's a theme park. Yeah, it's a show, but it's a theme park.
Yeah, there's gonna be a loud noise.
Yeah, you deal with it.
But they were such nice people, because if that was me,
yeah,
you know me, I would have got louder. I'm like, so you see this show up here? It's really nice.
So when it comes to horror makeup,
yeah. I can't do it, but it's really nice what they do in those movies. I would just start talking as loud as possible.
Is it like a scary show?
Dude claps at inappropriate times. Like, yeah! Just right next to her fucking ear.
I've seen the show. It's like, so this is things throughout the history. Like, woo! I love the Mummy.
Oh yeah, they did update it to the Mummy.
Yeah.
It used to be the Wolfman.
So, that's all I had. You want to go to the next one?
You don't have any Karen stories?
I don't.
You don't? You would think I think you do. That face looks like something that you do.
I haven't had, like, I've been a third person I've had some come to, like, I'm in charge of, like, a section or whatever, and some people come to me with, like, weird, like...
Weird issues. Yeah, I know. We work together.
Yeah, so they came up with, like, weird issues. And I'm like, what do you want me to do?
We can't fix this.
That happened 20 minutes ago, and that person isn't here anymore. They went home. I don't know what you want me to do.
Go find them. Drag them from their house.
Almost something like, I'm sorry this happened or whatever. You can leave. I once had someone complain to me like there was a long wait. And I'm like...
You're getting really nervous. You were like tapping.
I'm like, there's like a long wait. I'm like, you could just leave.
Yeah.
I said that to their face.
You don't have to stay here.
They're complaining about like somebody coming, like this huge group cut them in line. I'm like, I didn't see him cut you in line. So, I'm like, I'll explain to you. I was like, all right, I'm explaining my point of view. They're like, well, you're wrong. I'm like, you can leave.
Yeah, you don't have to stay.
And then she like lost her fucking mind.
I've realized that with just working in general, not even working down here with you, but like back when I was up in Maryland.
Yeah.
I've realized how much I hate when people do shit like that, or, like the whole Karen thing where people freak out.
Yeah.
That's now when I go like places, I try and stay as mellow as possible.
Yeah.
I get more upset. Like if I'm freaking out about an interaction I have with another person, instead of freaking out at the establishment, I'll yell at them directly instead. I'm like, this has nothing to do with this business. I'm sorry that I'm yelling this restaurant. This guy's an asshole. He's chewing too damn loud.
Close your damn mouth. Hey, Derek,
I've done that before.
You chew too loud?
No, where I've got upset because there was a guy at a Denny's chewing too loud during breakfast. And I look at him and he's chewing with his mouth. And I'm just like, just close them. Just close those lips. I won't have to hear it.
Close those big lips.
You're
Jim.
like 3 tables away. Why can I hear you eating? Those are eggs. You don't have to chew those that much. You're already pretty soft.
Why are you chewing yogurt? God, I've had people chewing loud and stuff. It's like, it's one of those things I'm like, it's so easy just to close your mouth. Just close those big old lips of yours.
Bryce, I've gotten upset, not people chewing. I've gotten upset with people who have just stood next to me with their mouths open. I can't do it. I'm just sitting like, are you expecting something?
I expect you to feed me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is something going in there that I'm not aware of?
Yeah.
Just want to stick your fingers in there. What's in there?
So I'm going to move on to the next one. Because I feel like we're getting a real weird place, and I think we're just complaining about just everyone we know.
I hate people. I hate you, Bryce.
Hate you too, Derek.
Thank you.
So,
I wouldn't have it any other way.
My cousin decided it would be a good idea.
Your cousin?
Next story.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. You didn't clarify that.
Clarify. Next story
involves Bryce's cousin.
My cousin.
Do you have cousins?
Yeah, I have tons of cousins. So many.
Oh, yeah, you're from Ohio. They do nothing but fuck up there.
Yeah, big families.
That and eat corn.
All of my uncles and aunts, the least amount of kids they have is 2.
Fuck, really?
Everybody's got kids.
Damn.
The most is 4.
I want to say I only have...
And I have 2... I have, 7 uncles and aunts that are blood related?
I only have one cousin that I actually, hung out with. The next story.
My cousin decided it would be a good idea to give my dad 2 squares of THC chocolate for Christmas.
The fuck's THC?
The stuff in weed.
Oh, okay.
It's another edible story.
Wow, we're doing a lot of edible stories.
Yeah.
These are fun.
Because he mentioned that maybe he would want to get high. My parents are 75 years old and Republicans. That was a big mistake.
That's how you get some good racist rants.
Yeah. My mom was like, an unsupervised puppy when it comes to chocolate. You put a half candy bar down and yoink, gone when you come back. You can guess what happened.
He ate the whole fucking thing.
My mom went sniffing for some chocolate and found it and ate both squares of chocolate. About 8 to 16 doses.
Wait, who ate this?
The mom.
Wow.
So, approximately 8 to 16 doses of THC. And got so high that she couldn't move or talk. Her last words, high as a kite, were, I think this might be the end. But for my dad, fearing she'd had a stroke, called an ambulance. They took her to the hospital. When she came around a bit, the doc asked her what she'd eaten, and she said just 2 squares of chocolate. At one point, I assume my father face-palmed, and my parents had to tell the doc my mother was, in fact, simply higher than a Red Bull orbit jumper.
Fuck, our audience can't handle this.
Anyway, they ran every test in the world on her and found that she had major blockages in 3 carotid arteries, 97%, 98%, and 99%.
Shit.
So now she's having a triple bypass tomorrow.
Fuck.
So, but the thing is, that was unrelated to the chocolate.
Yeah, I know. So that's a good thing. It helped.
So getting her high as balls resulted in her saving her life.
Jesus. She even knew it was the end. She could feel it. She said it.
This is the end. So I love having the edible stories.
I love having a live studio audience.
See, the problem is that audience is having right now is staying quiet, so it's not caught on the mic.
Trust me, she's been heard on the mic.
Yeah.
It looked like a Rottweiler ran into your room just now and jumped on your bed.
Yeah, anyways. So, we talked about...
You're not allowed to be in here anymore.
Last episode, we talked about having the edible story, which is a long edible story. But in this one, we talked about...
Much funner, and I liked it.
Yes, there's much more to the point. Less weird analogies.
Less urinal talk.
Yes. It brings up the question that you want us to try edibles together.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun.
I'd be down to try.
I'm not gonna eat that many. Okay, Bryce, here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna take a 5-day vacation.
Yeah.
The first day is gonna be getting into our surroundings and figuring out if we need to put covers on stuff so we don't bang our heads on the fucking corners of like the dressers.
Have you seen the like one of those things you could buy, like I've seen on TV things, it's like a cover you put on like a handle so you don't ram your head, the kids don't ram your head.
Exactly. We're gonna do shit like that.
Yeah.
The first day, we're gonna do the recommended amount. And then the next day, we're going to take a break. We're going to do something fun because we're going to go to Nevada. I've already said we're going to Nevada.
Yeah.
We're going to go look at the Neon Museum. They have a museum where you can go see neon lights.
That's cool.
Fuck, we should probably do that high. That'd probably be fun.
I just want to see some neon lights, just period. I don't care what state I'm in.
That or the Horror Museum. The guy who does Ghost Adventures.
That's cool.
Has like a thing where it's like all scary shit. It's really neat. It's not based on horror. It's based off like ghosts and demons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They have pictures of dead celebrities in there.
Like, after they died?
Yeah, after they died, like, they, like, bribed police officers who found, like, the bodies.
Jeez.
And they're like, can we have a picture of that? Cause what is the funny big guy from SNL from back in the day who does, like, the Down by the River joke?
Oh, gosh. I thought you were talking about John Candy at first, but I forget his name.
No, not John Candy.
I got John Candy on the brain now.
The guy that Adam Sandler just did a tribute to him. He did a song.
Give me one.
Levy something? No, that's not right either.
I know. Give me a movie he's in. We look at the movie.
Fuck, but he died of an overdose.
Farley.
Chris Farley, thank you. Chris Farley died of an overdose, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And they found his body. They took apparently dozens of pictures because they're like, we gotta, I guess, document it. It's a crime scene. And they got pictures of his dead body just in that museum. It's like, you want to go into this dead celebrity area, and they got pictures of other people, but apparently that's like the big one.
Yeah.
Because apparently when they got that, it was like immediately found out that's like, you own this picture, you're not supposed to have this. Can we have it back? And they're like, no, we paid money for this. This is our property now. We're going to put it on display.
Jeez.
And charge people to look at it. So you can go look at pictures of dead celebrities, just like their fucking bodies flopped on the fucking floor.
That's crazy.
So one of those two we're doing on the third day. That'll be our third day thing. And then the fourth day, we're going to take not the recommended amount. We're going to do like at least double.
At least double.
And we're going to just set up some cameras and like some little voice recorder things.
Yeah.
And we're going to have somebody watch the door so we don't leave the room. Because that seems like a smart idea.
And order pizza.
And then the fifth day, we're going to watch it. And we're going to commentary over what was going on at that time.
Oh, gosh, that's going to get really out of hand.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have to make sure we get a room on at least the second floor. I don't want to be any high up.
Yeah.
That's how you get like hangover vibes from that movie.
Like, I'm on the roof with a mattress. So
that's such a dumb movie.
Well, it's next
But edibles.
Yeah.
Most definitely edibles. I don't want to smoke.
Yeah.
It'd be so much easier. I feel like the problem with edibles and all stories of edibles, it's always people going, it's like when you hear those espresso stories where they give you like the little teeny cup. You go, I need at least 6 of these because you think it's just coffee.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the problem. Like, you overestimate how much is in this fucking shit. It's like a 5-hour energy.
Half a cookie, my dude.
Well, this was brownie. Well, this was chocolate.
So it's like a square.
Yeah. At least the best part about this story is at least the mom didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Because
I think this is the end.
Yeah. At least the last guy, he fucked himself over because he overdid it. She was like, oh, chocolates.
Yeah.
They don't have a name or a brand on them, but I guess they're safe.
I love the THC brand.
You wonder, did it say THC like melted into the chocolate?
It depends on which state. Probably doesn't.
Yeah, it's probably like a secret thing.
Have you seen the movie Grandma's Boy?
Yes, when they have the brownies.
Yeah,
It was brownies,
They
wasn't
made
it?
tea.
Sorry, yes, it was tea.
They made tea out of
it.
weed. Yeah. So we going to the last story?
Sure, why not? We just talked about edibles for like 15 minutes.
I was at a party, and I saw a girl across the room.
She was high on edibles.
She was wearing a skirt, holding a drink in one hand, and the other hand in her pocket. I saw her skirt, and thought to myself, how cool a skirt to having in pockets. A lot of women I know complain about not having pockets, so it's a very progressive thing. A bit later, I got around to talking to her about it. I complimented her skirt and how pockets, and her skirt is great. She looked very confused. I said, my skirt doesn't have pockets. Why would you think that? I mentioned that I'd seen her earlier with her hand in her pocket. Her face went bright red, and revealed that her hand was amputated. What I thought was her hand in her pocket was her stump resting against her arm, her hip.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. I love that.
Oh, gosh. So
you want to see a trick, and it's like nothing there.
So you do see a lot of things now. Whenever you like compliment a girl, like, oh, I really like your dress, she's like, it has pockets, like immediately. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, that's really cool because I've
honestly,
seen like,
as soon as you said that, I thought of like the jean dresses, like the denim dresses, because those usually have pockets on them.
Yeah,
I like those ones.
I've seen like women's clothes where they have like fake pockets.
Yeah, and they don't do anything.
I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah, like the leggings have those. It's just like a little bit extra material. It's like,
yeah,
it makes me be like, can you hold this? Yeah, sure, but it doesn't open. It just slides off the side and hits the floor.
Oh gosh,
I'm one of those people. If I ever hang out with you, you haven't done it yet because you're a dude.
Yeah,
I hate people when I hang out with them if they don't wear closed-toed shoes and they don't have things with pockets.
Yeah,
because that usually ends up being either I'm walking faster than them and I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Or I'm holding their stuff. And I'm like, because usually I wear I'm not wearing them right now, but I usually wear carpenter pants.
Yeah.
So that thing has like 10 pockets on it. So I'm just like, yeah, I got it. Oh, you got a hammer? Yeah, I'll sit that right here in this little sleeve. That's what that little handle bit is for, hammers. So I hate that.
Yeah, I used to work on different film sets, so I have like a bunch of
cargo,
whatever.
Cargo pants.
So I have a bunch of pockets, always. So I'm used to people like, you have like 16 pockets. Can you carry some of my stuff? I'm like, I guess. That's why I learned to wear belts constantly.
Fun fact. You don't have jeans on right now. You know the little pockets right here that are above your pocket?
Yeah.
From what I've learned, I'm sorry, I'm far away from the microphone, so I'm showing my pants off.
Yeah.
That was originally for monocles.
That's lame.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you can hold change in it now. I hold my receipts in it. Like if I go somewhere, I'll fold it up really small and I'll put it in that pocket. That's where my receipts go. But apparently it's for monocles. You would pull it out and like, oh.
Cool. I learned that in certain pairs of jeans, it has like a metal rivet in it. And apparently that was for to persuade people to wear jeans during the gold rush. It's like, this will hold up all the gold in your pockets. And it's like, it does, if you're wondering, that rivet does nothing.
If I say it's just for show, it's a show rivet.
Yeah, so it can still break out the bottom, but it's like, nope, it'll hold up all your gold you're gonna get.
One of my biggest fears about wearing jeans, because I saw it in a movie once, was a guy zipped his dick up in his jeans, and it got stuck. I hated that. Yeah, it made you shake just now, didn't it?
I'm gonna end the podcast.
No, we're not. We're gonna continue, because I got good news for you.
What?
The zipper on the bottom has a little piece. And you can break it, like you can get like a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
And you can pop it. It makes the whole, it'll destroy the pants. You have to go get another zipper.
Yeah.
But it'll let everything go and you'll be free. Fun facts.
I still want to end the podcast.
But your dick will be okay, Bryce.
Do you know what also is okay? Young Walnut. Really?
Don't. You have horrible segues.
That was a good segue.
No, it wasn't. We just talked. You called him a dick, technically.
No,
he's a good dick. But he's
also
a dick.
Good. Unrelated. When he was good, Snickerdoodle cookies and Young Walnut. Young Walnut cookies.
You're mixing episodes. Snickerdoodles were the last episode. You wanted to go with chocolates this episode.
You know what's also good? Chocolate.
You tell me not to do that.
Shout out to Young Walnut for letting us use his music for our intro and outro. You can find him on YouTube and SoundCloud. He is fantastic. He makes great music. He is funny. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at DYHAT Podcast. That's DYHAT Podcast, all one word. If you want to follow us, we also tweet about when our episodes come out. If you want to tweet at us stories you want us to cover, anything like that. You also email us at diehatpodcast@gmail.com for the same stuff. Also, if you guys do us a huge favor, if you enjoy the show, go and tell your friends about it. By telling them it's word of mouth, we can get our podcast out there, so we get new listeners, so we can do more things. It'd be more fun.
Subscribe and ring that bell.
Ring the bell at your friends. Go ding, 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 ding. Hey, did you hear this podcast I was listening to?
Guys, I love restaurants that have a little bell when you leave.
Yeah.
And I imagine they hate me when I leave.
Oh, 100%.
Because I'm one of those guys that's like, ring me if you had a good time. I'm like, I had a fucking great time. Ding, 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 ding. Just start swinging it around. Me and my sister, it was a CC's. It was a CC's pizza back in the day that had one of those. Fuck, that was a pop.
Yeah. That's what they call soda up north.
Shut up. No, they don't.
They do. I'm from north and they call it pop.
You're from the Midwest, technically.
It's above me is Michigan and Canada.
Yeah, you're from the Midwest. You're not from the North. The North is like the East Coast.
It's not west. It's more east.
No, it's not. It's like in the middle.
Northeast.
It's Ohio.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Ohio. They eat corn there.
Yeah, it's corn and bad sports teams. I know.
Yeah, exactly. People from Ohio say pop. Never heard anybody in Maryland say pop. It's fucking soda.
Circle K has Polar Pops and it's all soda.
And that's also in Florida. So shut up. I'm telling you a story about CC's Pizza here. You know how people, whenever they do an audience applause, there's always that one person who wants to do the last clap?
Yeah.
Me and my sister was like that with the cowbell they had there.
Oh, God.
I would ring it. I would walk out the door. She would walk behind me, ring it. I would walk back in, ring it, and leave back. And she would walk back in and ring it. It was a ring off. We kept walking back in because the door was made so if you walked through it, you couldn't reopen it. It was an exit only door. So as soon as the other one walked out, me or her would catch the door and run back in, ring it. So it got to the point where we would go through the door and then try and hurry up and shut it. Knowing you could easily go back through the entrance door, walk through the restaurant, and go ring it again.
You guys are the worst.
Yep, that was years ago, though. I would do it today, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm never going to go to CC's ever.
That and Arby's. Arby's has a bell, usually.
Hey, Derek, did you hear about this?
No.
Did you hear what happened when Napoleon invaded invaded Egypt?
No.
So when Napoleon invaded Egypt,
no,
the Egyptians wanted to get in his good favor.
No.
So they sent 2 teenage girls to do with what he pleased.
All right.
So Napoleon,
they were taller than him still.
So when Napoleon got the 2 teenage girls, he was disgusted. He's like, why would you send me like 2 underage girls when I have A, no.
They could have been 18.
And B, I have a wife. So he just sent them back. The Egyptian ministers must have misunderstood because they sent back 2 10-year-old boys.
Oh, that's perfect. Hey, that reaches into our religious thing earlier this episode. That works so well.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.